Let's talk about disrespect in marriage, in a couple, in a relationship, you name it. Disrespect. No respect, because respect in some way is easier to understand, but also if you're watching this, you're a good person. So you are already respectful, you already are good, you're polite, you don't even need to think about it, how to make an expression, act of respect. But disrespect, sometimes there is a misconception that is lack of respect. That's not the case. And especially many people don't know what, especially good people, what disrespect is. And sometimes also it's used in the wrong way. I'm sure that you have heard or that you are disrespectful. This word is disrespectful. Disrespect. You disrespected me. This word. And so people use against you this word. So the importance of learning this word is to avoid that people use against you in a disrespectful way. So to manipulate you, basically. So disrespect could be yelling at people, cutting them off when they're talking. Don't listen to them when, they want to tell you something important. And also here there is a caveat, because people cannot just talk to everybody when they don't want to listen, when they don't have anything to hear from you, So that's not that they talk, they create a disrespect, the boundary of disrespect at that point. So, and for example, another form of disrespect, if you leave a wrapping paper, on their side of their bed, of your bed, so it's something that really, it's a big form of neglect for people that need to work together, or you let do everything to them. But even that, there should be a balance here. It's not that any time that you don't do something in this household or you don't do something, it's disrespect. You do because you want to pass a message. For example, let's step back and let's talk a little bit of respect, but a little bit. For example, formal respect is when you hold the door for somebody, or when you let other people, even other men, if you're a man, other men, I don't know for women what's the etiquette, but sometimes men in a formal respect let another co-worker or another person go first and give away. Could be a form of respect. If you don't do this kind of stuff, it's not disrespect. It's just that you didn't make this act of respect, but sometimes it's understood, sometimes there is nothing to communicate. You already know that you love each other, you know that you trust each other, so you don't need to make an express act of respect in that sense. So when you don't do this stuff, it's not disrespect. So if you don't bring the garbage out, it's not disrespect because you want to say, no, you're bad, I don't love you, so I disrespect you, that's why I don't bring the garbage out. Probably just, I don't know, it's my turn, or I think that it's your turn, so probably I can to the same logic. So I do many other stuff in the house, and I thought that you can, sometimes it's garbage, just tied up a little bag and walk to the garage or to the dumpster, whatever, 100 feet, you can do this. Not something that makes the house run, it's a 30 seconds chore. It's not that changed the destiny and the fate of a household. So that's some people get in this. So when people start talking about you disrespect me, it's actually it's not true. 99% it's not true, because otherwise people would say, I'm offended about this, why don't you do this? Or I think this is disrespect, what do you think? So it's a conversation. But if you say, no, you disrespect me, it's just to catch you, it's a catch moment, to accuse you, to manipulate you, and to make you feel that you haven't done something for somebody, that you from your people pleaser kind of attitude feel guilty. So it's a guilt tripping, and you do. So it's a manipulation. Or sometimes it's stuff that you cannot even do. You didn't help the door, but we didn't go anywhere together. Which door should have? So you get in a we call it the cognitive dissonance, because this didn't happen, but could not have even happen in the first place. So when I didn't do that, it's a kind of catch-22. That is something that didn't happen but could not have happened because there was not the circumstance that make the situation useful or doable in the first place. So it's a manipulation to get you or in a guilt trip or in a confusion, so they can manipulate you or then can hide. This is another stuff that happen when they need to manipulate people. They want to hide something that they did wrong, and so they move the spotlight towards you, and so you forget that they did something wrong, that you probably out of love didn't even get offended of that, or didn't get frustrated that they didn't do something for you, but so they changed the topic and put on the disrespect. And again, disrespect is not because you don't do something that's disrespect. It's just you don't do it's not a lack thereof. Disrespect is an action, it's an active way of hurting somebody. And going back also when it's cutting off. There is this situation that many people and men are accused of this more. But I mean, and I can tell that statistically also I have observed men cutting off women also in the workplace more easier than the other way around. Sometimes some men are rude, that's rudeness and that's disrespect, but they do also between men usually. And sometimes it's passion, and we should encourage passion, but also encourage respect in that case. But sometimes it's also because women, on average, we have this male lawyer or male people that blah blah blah, they'll talk, blah, blah, blah. But in average, women talk longer than men, so sometimes men tend to say, "Oh, I understood," because pick the logic from this discussion and say understood. But they say they don't interrupt in a polite way. But sometimes also if you are in a marriage, let's do the example of the marriage. Marriage sometimes also this stereotype, the wife, but also men, sometimes they, I don't want to make one way, but sometimes the stereotype make understand better if we go that women are more nagging or stuff like that. So the women, blah, 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 you do this, and the broom, I understood. You want me to fix the faucet. That's, no, but this, because if you do, then my hair, but this, I understood. So you understood first. So it's not that you want disrespect. It's just you understood before they tell everything. And women, again, I don't want to bring stereotypes. This is more scientifically proven. Women sometimes don't talk to solve the problem, talk to vent out. That's normal. And we can understand, we just listen, we don't need to, that's maybe a topic for a whole another video. But when a woman starts to bring this point, and they don't look logic at that point, so maybe the leaking faucet is a real problem, and they use 1,000 is not a lot, 500 words for something that we men would have used 50 words, nothing wrong either way. But if they bring up something that there's no logic, you try to understand, wait, what's the concept? That's not cutting off. What's the context? That's not cutting off. That's participating in the conversation, and the logic still doesn't get. So probably they're trying to do a word salad to you. And at that point, if you interrupt or if you leave, if also the tone of the voice go higher and higher, and the volume of the voice goes higher, if you leave, they will accuse you of disrespecting. But that was on purpose from the first place, in the first place, meaning that they want you to be so pissed off that you need to leave or you need to yell. So it's what in professionals called the shit test, because they say in a way you need to react in a way. So if you yell, that's bad, because as we said at the beginning of the video, yelling is disrespectful. If you leave, normally disrespect, but if you said what you want to say, you gave their chance to explain and they didn't get to the point, and then you leave, you excuse yourself, you say, okay, I got you, I'll call you back, and you leave, then it's not disrespectful because you gave the opportunity, the notice that you were going to do that, the opportunity to wrap up the topic, and then you left. That's not disrespect. So this is to say, pay attention on what disrespect is not, because when you see that somebody is accusing you of disrespecting them, it's 9 out of 10 times manipulation. You're a good guy, you don't disrespect. I know that. So don't let other people accuse you of that. So I'll see you on Monday for, today is Saturday, I don't know when this video will be uploaded, but on Monday, 9 p.m, check me on meetup.com and we can get together on a live stream for a support group for toxic marriages and divorce. I wish you all the best. You got this.